My gear set, if any of you were wondering, it's just 2 swim speed, 2 special saver, haunt, 1 ISM. Pretty standard stuff. Hello guys, it's Banana Beers here, and welcome to my new series. This series is going to be called Method Behind the Madness, and basically I'm going to be commentating over exactly what kind of things are going on in my head when I'm doing this high-level gameplay. So the first episode, as you can probably see, is going to be Slosher Deco. So starting here, I come to the middle. There's 2 over here. I can tell I recovered some ink because I wasted too much on that wall. Of course, shooting over the walls is always what you want to be doing at the start here with Slosher. I figured that guy's going to be sharking, so I don't go with him. Sure enough, he was. I'm able to avenge him. So my teammates on the other side must have won their fight as well, considering that they're pushing. So I come up a little bit, planning to attack. Unfortunately, I got caught up with some splash damage there by the Luna. So, as you can see, my special saver means that I basically don't lose any Kraken if I die with it, and that's its objective. So, basically what I do is I get my Kraken back and I jump back into the action. Fortunately, the T-Tech tries to throw a bomb at me instead of just killing me normally, so I have some things. So here, if I'm not, I retreat a little bit because we're not pushing anymore. There's no reason for me to be up there. So the Luna pops out his bomb rush. I hang back a little bit. There's no reason for me to try to approach with a Slosher while that's happening. So here I pop my Kraken, a little bit of a bad Kraken. I ended up getting 2, and then I'm just kind of stupid and I go for the sploosh. Ended up getting killed, but not that big of a deal. So that ends our push because we're 3 down, so I look at where I need to be. I end up deciding that did I go left? Yeah, I went left, because left is important for when they're pushing, and right is important for when you're pushing. CRB gets a little bit unlucky. I read his climb and capitalize on it. Here they come for their first push. The T-Tech knows I'm here, but me and my T-Tech help him see his way to his grave. So I get a little bit unlucky there. CRB Krakens me. Not much I could have done in that scenario. But CRB's on the tower now. I think he died actually. But my teammates are still up, which is good. Speaking of teammates, that's the reason I have Haunt, because in solo queue you really can't trust your teammates. So like that slosh kill right there, that's something you can do with sloshers, but if your opponent is hiding right on the other side of the spire, which is something that a lot of people don't know about, sloshers actually can't hit you. I get really lucky not dying to the CRB there. But yeah, like I was saying, when you're on the complete opposite side of the spire from a slosher, it's actually such a steep fall that the slosh will actually go over you. So people that know about that it can be really tough to get people off tower while playing Slosher. Fortunately, this is solo queue, so a lot of them didn't know. So here, this is actually a nice place for Slosher to stop the tower very early in the push, but the CRB sees me, doesn't want any part of me coming down there, which is fine because they're looking like they want to push, so I kind of want to be back a little bit to be versatile anyway. Put a little bit of damage on that guy. Somebody pops their special, a Kraken, which is good, because that means that they wasted it and they can't use it a little bit later. The Kraken gets a guy. We can tell that he needs help. Me and the T-Tech jump in, and now we outnumber him. Another Kraken is popped. I'm pretty sure he ends up wasting it. Now keep paying attention to where he was just then, because I saw that he was there, and then you'll notice the Luna's going to be there in a second. Yep. So the Luna dies. I noticed that there's still one over there. Fortunately, my friend had damaged him enough that I was able to kill him with 1 shot. So here I start painting again. Painting is very important when playing Slosher Deco because A, you want to have Krakens all the time, all day, every day. If you are alive, you want to be getting a Kraken if you don't already have one. So here, speaking of which, I popped my Kraken here. Not a very good Kraken. I went out of my way just to kill a Tech. And I think that in the end that was kind of a bad move because now the CRB is on our side. Fortunately, he gets trapped a little bit because he's not really useful back there when we're pushing. I just kind of play around with him. Fortunately, this T-Tech comes over here, and I managed to get a trade out of the bad scenario. So the CRB is over there, and that Haunt is just awesome because it's basically like calling out to your teammates, but in solo queue. Like Haunt, top tier solo queue. Like I'm never going solo queue with Haunt ever again after this play session. But there's 30 seconds left, so I'm thinking. Originally I was thinking like, can I get a Kraken? But I realized that's pretty unrealistic considering how low my bar is. So I just kind of sit up here and I do slosher things, raining down shots, hoping to get a couple kills, delay the tower, and I'll let the tower get up here. Right here I just get a little bit lucky and the sploosh just kind of runs into my shots. But that's about all the game. You'll notice that well, that's not quite the game, but now it is. CRB is going to try to jump on the tower, and a valiant effort, but doesn't quite make it, sadly. But one thing with the Slosher Deco, as I was saying, is you want to be painting a lot, because particularly in solo queue, you really cannot rely on your teammates to paint. Even though I had a Splash-O-Matic, an End Zap, and a 10 attack, it's just not good to rely on your teammates in solo queue ever. So I paint a lot because that benefits me personally, because I have Krakens galore, but also because we kind of need map control, and if you don't do it, it's probably gonna not get done, honestly. That's pretty much how solo queue works. So here, nobody comes right fast, so I set up early. Again, I start painting even though I have a dynamo over here. I realized that we are in a bad scenario over there because on the left side of the map, we have nobody. I ended up dying to the blaster there, unfortunately. But yeah, it was the right move to go over there. I'm not sure why they got stalled, but we had nobody on left, and when you have nobody on left, that's their opportunity to push. So over here, I just he just did a stupid move, climbing up into a slosher. There my teammates forced him to turn around to me, and then I got a double out of the deal. From your left perch and your right perch, which are those places where I've been moving around, like I am on our left perch right now, and right perch is obviously the same thing on the right side. Those places are actually really good spots to get kills with a slosher, because as the tower, on this map, as the tower is coming down that straight stretch, you actually have enough range with slosher to kill him. So unfortunately I popped my Kraken there. Doesn't really end up being too helpful. I don't get any kills out of the deal, because the sploosh pop gets me off. Fortunately the sploosh is unable to escape me, well, fortunately for me. I noticed that we don't have very much map control, but we also have an opportunity to push. I killed the T-Tech, but there was one over there that I actually didn't know was there. Originally I thought it was lag, but on the map I saw that there was actually two over there, and it was the other one that got me. Just a little bit of a poor observation on my part. So I see he's coming over there, and he's going to be on my side of the tower, on the left side, because my teammates were shooting at him from the right side. Usually anytime you're attacking the tower on this map, when it's over the chasm like that, you want to be on the opposite side from your teammates, because that means that somebody is going to be getting an easy shot at them. So here they get a lead, which isn't great. We don't really want that. So we kill the push. I look for stealth jumpers a little bit. That's what I'm doing right there. I wasn't AFK. Watching for stealth jumpers is something pretty good to do in the current meta. So that guy comes over to here. I get the feeling he's coming back up. I just kind of I think I got a little bit lucky here that he didn't try to attack me, because he has a much faster kill time. Okay, so Dynamo's on this. We got the lead back. Now I want you guys to pay very close attention right here, because this is a good way to play eject. So I get kills. Now this is a really good strategy for this particular map. Some eye special, get it to here, and if you have a wall, you place it just like this. This means that they can't really hit me with the bomb right here unless they have a very precise bomb. And that can give me, even if they throw a bomb at it, that's probably going to give me 3 or 4 unobstructed points. And 16 is a really hard push to beat on this map and mode. Well, in solo queue, when you can't coordinate anything at least. Yeah, there's one person down there. He kind of has to retreat because I put down a lot of ink. I see him coming up, which means he has the Kraken, because otherwise he wouldn't be so stupid. But I wall him out, make him waste it, put another wall up there, and I just kind of... Again, at this point in time we're playing defense. There's no reason to be playing offensively right now. So I see that guy coming up, I attack him a little bit. I dodged the first Kraken, but they had 2 of them. So at this point in a normal game I would probably be pretty concerned, but we had a really nice push with a combination of my Kraken, the wall, plus my teammates. So here we have quite a bit of room to breathe in, especially since I'm a slosher and downhill is kind of my deal. So I come over here, paint more, because as long as the right side is painted, we can push, and if we're pushing, then they aren't, then they can't push. Get a good read on that guy, comes over in a pretty predictable manner. My teammate helps me out with the Luna, or I think that was a sploosh or something. But yeah, I can tell that there's still one over there, so I keep sloshing. Yeah, and there's the other guy, my teammate takes care of him. Again, always getting that ink back because, well, at this point I don't really want to risk a flank because I know that we don't need to push at all. But right now we're pushing anyway. I see my Dynamo friend struggling over there, so I come over there. And unfortunately, I don't think that I arrived fast enough to get him, but yeah, my Dynamo friend did actually end up dying. And that was kind of a wasted Kraken, considering it was at the end of the match. I should have just jumped back to base and sharked using it. But yeah, I just kind of sloshed that guy, do some slosher things, hit him over the wall a couple times, get him in my ink. And while I was doing all that shenanigans, my teammates were pushing it, and like I say, if we're pushing it, it means that they're not pushing it. Sometimes the best defense can be offense. So in that particular game, the stuff you would probably want to pick up was the push, because like carefully analyzing that push, that's basically what a good push should consist of. So this next match, it starts off really well, but it turns into a 3v4. So I want you guys to focus primarily on the combat for this match. So I go over there, do some slosher things there. That's a really good slosher spot if you catch somebody off guard there. I see that there's a roller up there, but there's also a sniper right here, so I don't want to be in street that much. Again, checking over here to see if anybody's flanking. I see the sloshing machine coming over here. I get him with pretty good reflexes, honestly. Like, that's the equivalent of almost a 180 snap. I come up here, just because I don't really want to risk being there. Slosh there. I hear the hit marker, and I slosh again. I see the sniper there. Attack him a little bit, force him to go backwards. I think that my teammate was flanking right there, so I think my teammate killed the sniper. So right here I'm waiting, because sometimes people come from over there. I get really lucky here not dying to that sloshing machine. I was just like 90 damage. Pretty much anything would have killed me there. Take out that 96 who just kind of blindly walked over there. Again, I'm shooting over the walls. That's what you want to do with Slosher. That's where you have the best advantage. I heard a hit marker right there on the second audio now, but I didn't hear that at the time. I should have just kept going. If I would have, I probably wouldn't have died to the roller right there. But you can see I have my Kraken, so it's going to be a very short period of time before I could get it back. Unfortunately, my entire team wiped. And I think that at this point, we are actually at the 3v4 rather. So at this point, the most important thing is to maintain map control and try to force them to use their specials. Because on this map, against these players, I was pretty see, like right there, they wasted 2 Krakens. Only getting to like something like that. So here I get there, I fortunately am able to get that 96 before he's able to use his Kraken, so his Kraken got especially wasted. I see a guy coming over here, shoot over the wall at him, end up getting him. Come over here, paint some more, because in 3v4 map control is your best friend. You don't ever want to lose that. Do some slosher things on that guy. You notice that sloshers, like, for those of you who don't play sloshers or aren't intimately familiar with their mechanics, it's fall off. Those who master fall off can master sloshers. Because sloshers, well, it might actually even be the other way around. I honestly think that playing Slosher would improve your ability to do fall-off damage with, say, a 96 or a Cherry. So here, we killed 2 of them. The sloshing machine also got killed, so we're 3 down. I want to take out this beacon because beacon control is almost as important as map control. Shoot over there because I know that the sniper's there. I think my friend ends up getting him. No, he ends up busting a Kraken. Which is good, because we don't want that. We want them to be wasting their Krakens now. We don't want them to be using them later. I see that somebody dies behind me. Come over here. I see that I kind of have to use my Kraken. I get one. I don't think I ended up getting the second one, which wasn't that best. But he did actually end up dying. We have 3 down again. So far we're doing really good in this 3v4. And unfortunately it is all about to go to crap. But this is about how you want to play. In 3v4, it's really emphasized, like map control and making them waste their specials. but you can see how 3 players effectively making other people waste their special, and here I just got kind of gaming, but you can see how 3 players, if they're keeping map control and not allowing the other team to coordinate specials or really to use their specials effectively at all, you can still win. And if you do that in a 4v4, it's incredibly difficult for the enemy to bounce back. So here there's 2 Krakens. I end up getting killed by one of them that I didn't know was there at the time. So they have no Krakens, their Inkzuka is gone, but at this point in time, we are several down and they're really close to there. They have long range and we don't, unfortunately. I tried to get that sloshing machine over there who was putting on so much pressure. Ended up running out of ink. It was probably a better idea to aim at the tower at that point. Over here I try to aim at it from the side. I get a kill, but unfortunately I do get another kill there. So again, right now we have already lost because you can't, with 3v4s you can't really, it's really hard to push. So I get one, come over here, get the second one. I think he was trying to juke me by just staying still right there. I come over here, make sure that nobody's coming through that to flank us. And of course I'm going to try a little bit. Just kind of stole that guy's kill, well, rather avenged him. But here I realized, like, there's no way I'm going to win, so I actually just kind of sharked for a kill right here. I think. Yeah. Instead of getting on tower, I did that. And I could have gotten on tower because I was near to my Kraken. I mean, that's just kind of a wimpy move on my part, but 3v4 you're not going to push to a knockout. But anyway, that's a pretty good idea of, like, that's a good demonstration of how important map control and specials are. Because you can see, like, we had a 3v4, one of our people went 1-11, and even though all of that happened, we still almost won until about a minute left in the game. Anyway, so there's my little analysis of those matches. Hopefully you guys learned something. Maybe you guys learned a little bit about the Slosher Deco in particular. And I hope to see you guys next time. Let me know if you like this series or if you hate it and I should stop doing it. Bye.